Hello and welcome to Summerslam. It is finally time, part one of the biggest show of the summer is starting off with the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. Ricochet and Mustafa Ali taking on the New Day for those SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Now, if you're here watching, make sure to go subscribe, a like, and make sure you're ready for the next part of SummerSlam coming up over the next few days. You are not going to want to miss the action going forward here on SummerSlam and in Universe Mode. Of course, if you're also here, you're going to be able to hear our podcast here, what's going on in the weekly wrestling news and review. So make sure you click that subscribe, click the bell, give us a like, leave a comment, all the good things, but we've got to focus first on SummerSlam. And can the New Day hold on to the SmackDown Tag Team Championships? They have had these championships since the beginning of Universe Mode. They have always had these little blue belts around their waist. They have managed to go through the Street Profits, the Church of Rollins, and now they do have a big challenge in Mustafa Ali and Ricochet. This team has been on a bit of a roll recently to get themselves in this position. Two men who, well, felt like they weren't getting enough of a position on SmackDown as singles competitors, so decided to join forces and believe that together, as the high-flying duo of Ricochet and Ali, they can defeat the New Day and get their first taste of championship gold. But can they really? It's going to be interesting to see in this one whether the experience of the New Day and a team that knows each other so well and very used to working together, whether they can maintain this streak they have, whether they can continue working together as well as they have, or can Ricochet and Ali, this newly formed tag team, well, can they continue to work together so well? They may not know each other as well as the New Day does. It's much more difficult to get that chemistry. It takes a long time to build that up. But we're starting this match off with Ricochet and Xavier Woods, the smaller member of the New Day, but he still does outsize both of our men here on the Ricochet and Ali side. And really, size is a big disadvantage for these guys the entire time. It's only going to get worse as Xavier Woods tags in the big man, Big E. And this is not going to be a good sign for Ricochet and Ali. Oh my goodness, a huge cutter though from Ricochet, catching Big E out of nowhere, and that's what they need. They need to use this fast-paced, big offense to catch the New Day off their guard. Be unpredictable, be interesting. That is the best way for Ricochet and Ali to be able to pick up this victory. Of course, Kofi Kingston, the former Universal Champion, on the outside watching this match on as it goes along. What a big back body drop from Big E onto Ricochet right there, but Ricochet back to his feet straight away. Oh, and that strength of Ricochet to put Big E over his back like that and slam him down to the mat. Very nice from Ricochet indeed there. Ricochet looking to take Big E over to Ali, trying to get that tag, but Big E not allowing it to happen, has no interest in letting that tag happen right now. Big E instead getting Ricochet over into the corner. Thought he's going to go for that tag to Xavier Woods, but instead deciding to work down Ricochet himself, stomping to the chest of the man in the corner. Ricochet really could do with that tag to Ali right now. Things are not looking too great for him. Huge clothesline there from Big E. But Ricochet straight back to his feet yet again. And a big kick to the face followed by a standing shooting star press. Ricochet really showing off here. He's not allowing anything to knock him down too long and not going for the tag. Very interesting stuff there from Ricochet. Instead going for a missile drop kick into the corner there. Very big move from Ricochet. And another big cutter taking Big E off his feet. Big E crawling to the corner, getting the hot tag to Xavier Woods, but Ricochet also getting the tag to Ali. The fresh man now in the match, but Xavier Woods there too quickly, grabbing Ali and taking him down straight away. And now Xavier with Ali on his shoulders, flipping him around, taking him down. Fireman's carry into a cutter to take down Mustafa Ali. But Ali catching the forearm there, and around he goes around the world, and a neck breaker from Mustafa Ali. Of Of course, speed is really what is needed for these guys. They really need to pick up the speed, hit their big top rope offense as the best way for them to win this match. And prevent them from tagging, prevent Woods and Big E from the end tags. Really would be a big help for these guys. Try and prevent those big tags. And what did I say? They managed to mess it up, and Big E back in the ring. The big man back in, taking down Ali, taking him down to the floor with a big, just running at him, and now working over the back of Ali. Big E, wait a second, this is not where you typically expect Big E to be, up to the top rope, and a huge splash, but Ali gets his knees up. Knees to the chest and the stomach of Big E. Ali not allowing it to be over, going at it. Taking Big E off his feet after getting that reversal, taking the opportunity to do as much damage as he can to Big E right now. Throwing him into the corner. But Big E managing to reverse, managing to not allow Ali to go for whatever he was looking for there. Now Big E back in control, the big man. Back in control, no, Ali still chopping back to him, and now taking him down. Is he going for a tag too? Oh no, he's not. Nope, he's going through the ropes, and he goes for that rolling cutter there. But Big E back onto his feet far too quickly for my liking. And now Ali pounding down the punches on Big E in the corner, just smashing down into his face. And do as much damage as possible, and Big E unable to do anything about it. Big E just out of it, caught by surprise by that cutter, that rolling cutter from Mustafa Ali, and now he did not know what to do. He's out of it, and Ali trying to get over to Ricochet for the tag, it looks like. No, he's going up to the top rope. He is looking for the 054. You've got to think, yes he is. He is turned around. 054 to Big E, that has got to be it. 1, 2, but Big E somehow kicks out. Big E still in this match for the New Day, kicking out of the 054 from Mustafa Ali. But Big E now getting himself back into this, avoiding that enziguri. Oh, catching Mustafa Ali out of the air and chucking him down over his knee. Continuing once again to work on the back of Ali. It has definitely been Big E's plan so far in this match to work over that back of Ali, and it does match with his finish. Of course, that big ending, or the midnight hour if you're going to go with the tag finish with Xavier Woods. Both of them big damage to the back with those moves, so it makes sense that Big E continuing to work over it to make sure he can do the most damage to the back of Ali. Big E for some reason taking Ali up to the top rope. Wait a second, what is he looking for here? Big E. Oh my goodness, on the top rope, tossing Ali over his head, and Ali lucky, very lucky to get that tag to Ricochet. Big E threw him so far that he ended up by Ricochet for that tag. Ricochet trying to get that kick, misses, and now belly to belly from Big E, taking Ricochet off his feet, and Kofi Kingston very excited on the outside. He knows the New Day are doing a very good job. The New Day have taken it back in this match, and now over in the corner for the tag. Wait a second, here it is. This is going to be it. It is the midnight hour. And that has got it. Wait a second. Ricochet used the power of magic to teleport to the corner. You got to question that one. 1, 2. Oh, Ricochet still somehow kicks out after using the power of magic to teleport himself from the floor to the corner somehow. And squishing the referee in the process. I do not understand how this happened. Maybe Ricochet has been having some words with the Fiend over on Monday Night Raw, who knows. Speaking of the Fiend, of course we do have to see what's going to happen in that another big cutter from Ricochet. No other tag team contest for Monday Night Raw. Our Raw Tag Team Championships will be defended later on the show. And you have to wonder, we haven't seen Matt Hardy since his encounter with the Fiend. We do not know what kind of condition he is going to be in. But the Hardy Boys do have this Tag Team Championship match against Gloriously Strong later on in SummerSlam. And who knows what condition Matt Hardy is going to be, whether he's even going to be there. Could well be a 1-on-2 handicap match for Jeff Hardy. We will have to wait and see later on in the night. But Ali back in the ring now. Xavier Woods working over the arm of Ali right now. Oh, trying to go for that big Hadouken punch. But Mustafa Ali instead getting out of the way and catching him with a big enziguri there. getting him back to his feet, but Woods, big knee to the face of Ali. Now into the corner again. Are we looking for it once more? No. Instead, Woods just working down, kicking into the gut of Ali, and now over the top rope, slingshot legs drop onto Ali on the outside. Very nice stuff there from Xavier Woods. Xavier throwing him back into the corner. Is he looking for the tag this time? Yes, he is, getting that tag with Big E. Nice double team offense there. Big kick and lariat, and then a big follow-up elbow drop, and another one from the second rope from Xavier Woods. Very nice tag team offense from the New Day here. This team may well be unbeatable on SmackDown. They know each other so well. Oh, the strength of Ali just there. A big suplex over the top. Using Big E's weight against him. Now running into Guri to Big E on his knees. Maybe I take it back. Maybe Ali and Ricochet do have a chance to beat this undefeatable tag team. Second Ali. 054, but no, Big E gets the knees up. Oh, Big E very lucky. That would have been it. That would have been his second 054 in the match to take, and that would have been it for Big E. You'd have to think. And now he's got him up, got Ali up, and a big power bomb down to the mat from Big E, using the big power moves. And once again, oh my goodness, brutal from Big E there. Multiple power bombs. But Ali managed to prevent whatever Big E was looking for just there. Taking him into the corner, looking for the tag with Ricochet, and he gets the tag. Big E into the centre, throwing a double super kick to Big E from Ricochet and Ali. Ricochet looking down over Big E's body right now, taking a second to compose himself, and got Big E up on his shoulders. Very impressive. A huge kick to the side of the head there from Ricochet, knocking Big E silly, going for the pinfall. 1, 2, only a 2 count there. Xavier Woods managing to save the pinfall, and then Ali getting a big drop kick to the face of Xavier Woods. The referee seemed to have some issue with something going on in the corner, not paying attention to what's going on right now. Huge DDT from Ricochet, and the referee is back paying attention. He was trying to go for that cutter, but Big E catching him, not being able to capitalise, it looks like. Ricochet instead. Ricochet still working on Big E now, working on the neck of Big E, taking a second to get himself back in a bit of a calm position, get things back in the style that he wants it to be. Working over the neck of Big E, but also giving himself a time to rest for a second. Now Ricochet kicking down to Big E and trying to go for that cutter, but Big E once again reversing it. There's been too many cutters from Ricochet in this match, but this time it hits. The cutter this time hits. Ricochet, come on, you need to go to that top rope right now. He needs to get up there and hit that 630 senton. That is the only way they have a chance right now, but no, instead getting him up to his feet, putting him over his back once again. Just like at the beginning of the match, Ricochet still has that strength in him to be able to take Big E down like that. Oh, super kick to the face of E. Big E desperately needs that tag right now. He is in desperate need of a tag. Oh, and Big E, I think he's just been cut open by that big elbow to the face from Ricochet. Ricochet, they're getting confused, turning to Xavier Woods for a second. It has given Big E the excuse he needed. Xavier managing to get the slight distraction, and now, oh no, Ricochet is caught in the midnight hour, and that has got to be it. Xavier Woods going for the pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Mustafa Ali just not there in time, and Xavier Woods and Big E and the New Day still your SmackDown Tag Team Champions. But you got to look at that. That was very, very close indeed for Ricochet and Ali. Very, very close indeed, and sure, there may be some cheating on both sides in that match, where it looked like Ricochet teleporting into the corner like a magician. Don't know how that happened, so we're just going to pretend it didn't happen, but you got to look at the end of the match there. The end of the match, Xavier Woods managed to distract Ricochet. Ricochet was about to take down Big E, it looked like. He was getting ready to end it. Big E was in such a bad position but Xavier Woods getting that distracting Ricochet, allowing Big E to throw him in the corner and getting that midnight hour for the 1, 2, 3. Who will be next? But we have to go backstage. I'm hearing there was some news going on backstage right now at SummerSlam. Wait a second, backstage, Adam Cole and John Cena. Backstage, Adam Cole getting the face of John Cena. Very interesting. Of course, these guys are supposed to be in a 6-man tag, Undisputed Era versus John Cena, Roman Reigns, and Keith Lee. Adam Cole, though, attacking John Cena backstage, throwing him into the general manager's office. Wait a second, kissing him goodbye. What is this? And then chopping him, hitting him onto that table, and oh no, come on, Adam. This is not okay, Adam. What are you doing? Dropping John Cena headfirst onto that laptop, onto the wood table, that hard wood table. And, well, I can confirm for you, John Cena is no longer in a position to be able to wrestle in the 6-man tag later on SummerSlam. Maybe they're going to be able to find a mystery partner. Maybe Roman Reigns and Keith Lee can find a mystery partner, but we're going to have to wait and see. But at the moment being, it is now a 2-on-3 handicap match for the Undisputed Era against Roman Reigns and Keith Lee, unless they can find a partner at the last minute. But we've got to get down to this first. The Fiend. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, has been on a tear on Monday Night Raw. And it kind of all started when he took out this man, Finn Balor. But after the Fiend took out Matt Hardy recently, post-match, Finn Balor returned, and he didn't just return, he returned in the full-on demon mode. And while this could potentially be the thing that takes the Fiend down, this could be the end of the terror that he's been keep putting Monday Night Raw under. Can the Demon be the one to put away the Fiend? We're going to have to wait and see. It's going to be very interesting to see these two mystical beings. Which one of them is going to be able to stand tall here tonight? The power of, well, I was going to say good. I don't necessarily think the Demon is particularly good. He's quite scary and creepy. But I guess in this position he is the good to the evil of the Fiend. Who will pick up the big victory here tonight? Let's get things going. The Fiend running straight in over the top and DDT down to Finn Balor. Not the start that Finn would have wanted. The Fiend going straight at him right now. Of course, the Fiend has been on a tear, taking down Finn Balor, taking down Matt Hardy, taking down other members of the Raw roster. Finn Balor making his huge return, trying to put the Fiend in his place, trying to teach the Fiend that, well, he can't just run buckshot over Monday Night Raw. Finn Balor getting the reversal there, getting the kick to the gut, and now giving the Fiend's taste of his own medicine, going over the top and dropping him with a DDT, just like Bray Wyatt did to Finn Balor moments ago. And now Finn Balor returning with a big elbow to the face. A big DDT from Balor to the Fiend. It's a very different match from opener, this one. Two men looking to end each other. Two men that are definitely going to be a lot more slower and methodical than the fast-paced tag team action we had in our first match. These two men looking to get rid of each other, trying to end this for once and for all. Trying to end the Fiend. Can he do it? It's a good question. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see whether the Fiend can be put down by Finn Balor. But a big slam there from the Fiend. And he's showing off there. Showing off to Finn Balor. Now Finn on the outside. The Fiend. Big suplex back into the ring. Over the apron. The Fiend definitely looking a bit stronger in this one. Now going for a sleep hold. Trying to put the Demons to sleep. This will be a very, very early victory for the Fiend. If he managed to put the Demon to sleep right now. But now instead, Finn managing to get the reversal, managing to roll out of it, not allowing him to put to sleep. And another round the world DDT from Finn Balor onto the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Huge fist to the face, but the Fiend will not go down. The Fiend does not go down. But this time the Sling Blade takes him off his feet, takes him down to the mat. Finn Balor looking to use this as a turning point in the match, but instead the Fiend getting that huge clothesline into Finn Balor, taking him down. He's got Finn up to his feet. He's got him up for a big suplex, just chucking him across the ring. This is definitely not looking good for the Demon. The Demon wanting this to be going a lot better for him right now. Sure, he's managed to get in these occasional moves, but this has been very much the Fiend's match so far. The Fiend catching that kick from Finn Balor as he throws him to the outside and then running into him. Taking him down, the Fiend celebrating over Finn Balor's body right now. Finn trying to kick him there, but the Fiend doesn't even... It's like nothing happened to him. The Fiend just moved his head slightly and that was it. That's all it mattered to him. Now the Fiend breaking the neck of Finn Balor right there. My goodness. Finn not moving. Slowly the Demon getting back to his feet. This is not the way things were supposed to go for the Demon. Finn Balor definitely wanted this to go a lot differently than it's gone so far. Finn caught by the Sister Abigail, taken down. Finn looked to be heading up for something good, trying to intimidate the Fiend for a second, but the Fiend grabbed him straight into Sister Abigail. 1-2. The Demon's still in this, but this is not looking good for him. The Fiend is calling him up to his feet, hitting that mandible claw onto Finn Balor, and is Finn gonna tap? Is Finn done? Wow. Brutal win for the Fiend. And that is not what we were expecting. We were not expecting the Demon to go down so easily. I definitely thought the Demon was going to put out a lot more of a fight than that, but the Fiend continuing to prove why he's a dominant force on Monday Night Raw. And he is not going anywhere anytime soon by the looks of things. Destroying the Demon Finn Balor tonight. And wow. What a surprising result right there. I did not expect it to go down like that. The Demon Finn Balor falling unconscious to the mandible claw. I'm sure he had his moments, but it did not work out for him, and the Fiend is here to stay on Monday Night Raw. But now on to our SmackDown Women's Championship match of the night. We have a triple threat match here. Of course, Kairi Sane, the former SmackDown Women's Champion. She lost out on that championship. She lost it in a ladder match between herself, Dakota Kai and Nia Jax, and of course the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Toni Storm. And Kairi Sane looking to get back her championship, the championship that she only just lost, and she wasn't pinned to lose it. It was just Toni climbed the ladder. Toni managed to climb that ladder, but Asuka, Kairi Sane's good friend Asuka managed to get a pinfall victory over Toni Storm, and that is how she managed to get herself in this match. Asuka getting that win over Toni Storm, looking to repeat it again tonight. It's going to be interesting to see how these friends are going to collide in this one. Kairi Sane and Asuka. How is that relationship going to go in this match? And of course, our SmackDown Women's Champion Toni Storm only just won the belt. And, well, she lost to Asuka on SmackDown. She needs to prove herself here tonight. She needs to prove herself as a valiant, reliable, deserved SmackDown Women's Champion. It's going to be difficult here tonight. A triple threat match where she doesn't even have to be pinned to lose the championship. It is going to be difficult for her to hold on to it. But this is what it's all about, that SmackDown Women's Championship, that white and blue. That is what this is about here tonight. Who will leave SummerSlam the SmackDown Women's Champion? And there it is, held aloft in the middle of the ring, and let's get this action started here right now. Kairi Sane going straight after Asuka. Toni Storm just standing in the corner and watching. Very much the clever thing to do, you'd have to say. Toni Storm just watching on and then grabbing Kairi Sane after she's finished with Asuka. Very interesting to see though, the Kairi went straight after Asuka straight away, and Asuka, oh, catching Toni Storm with a huge suplex there, and not going back after Kairi herself. Very interesting indeed. I don't know whether this is a respectful thing between these two or whether there is any issues. I'm not entirely sure. These two have known each other for a very long time, but friendships don't mean anything when you're going after championship gold. That is the most important thing. You can't care about the gold, can't care about your friends anymore. You need that gold. Gives you more money, more exposure. It is the best thing to have. It's what you want. It's your dream, is to have the championship gold around your waist. Kairi Sane rolling to the outside, and Asuka taking it to Toni Storm right now. A rematch of the match on SmackDown where Asuka managed to pick up the big victory over Toni Storm in non-title action. Can Asuka put away Toni Storm once again? One. Only a 1 count there. Very early in the match to be going for a pinfall, to be fair. Right, second, Kairi looking for an octopus stretch onto Asuka when she gets back in the ring. And Toni just letting it happen, just watching on, knowing that Asuka is not going to tap out so early in the match. Ooh. Asuka and Kairi were going at it, then Kairi just runs heads first into Toni Storm with a big clothesline to Storm, taking her off her feet. And Kairi getting Asuka into the corner, but Asuka getting the reversal there. And another huge German from Asuka. Used to have kicks there from Asuka to Kairi Sane. Big kick to the back. Really working over Kairi Sane, and Toni Storm managing to get back in the ring. But Asuka ready for it. Asuka saw it coming and taking Storm off her feet, and a big kick to the back there from Asuka. Asuka is definitely looking dominant in this match so far. Wait a second, the Kairi Sane catching her, dropping her over the back. This is not really looking good for our SmackDown Women's Champion Toni Storm right now. She is not particularly standing strong. But wait a second. She's got Kairi in position for a big pile driver. My goodness. Toni Storm not taking any precautions in this match. Taking Kairi Sane down instantly there. And now over the top with a big suplex to Kairi Sane. Taking her down but not going into the pinfall there. Toni ready for Asuka this time. But Asuka again. Clubbing blow. Taking Toni Storm down. Pretty much knocking her out, it looked like. Knocking her silly for a second, but then Toni managing to get back to her feet. And a double underhook into double knees from Toni Storm. Very interesting maneuver there onto Kairi Sane. Wait a second, Toni. Toni going high risk. Dropping her feet through the middle rope. Hitting it to Asuka on the outside. But Asuka throwing Toni Storm back into the ring right now. Asuka getting the reversal, preventing Toni doing whatever she was looking for there. And Asuka looking for another suplex. No, she's not. She's got her into the sleeper. She's got her into that Asuka lock. Is that going to be it for Toni Storm? Is that it? No. Kairi Sane managed to get back in the ring to break it up. Asuka going for that pinfall on Toni, but Kairi just there, preventing this match from being over so soon. Big chop to Asuka, and then taking Kairi Sane off her feet, and Asuka celebrating right now, being very, very cocky indeed is Asuka. Going to the outside to go and take it to Kairi Sane. Continuing to beat her down. Toni Storm coming out to join her, but Asuka chucking Toni into that ring apron. I apologise, into the corner bit. Whatever it is called. The hardest part. Toni had Asuka, but Asuka managed to reverse it. Trying to go for a roll-up, but they're on the outside. This is not a Falls Count Anywhere match. And once again, being thrown into that corner by Asuka is Toni Storm. Asuka is all over this match. This is all Asuka in this one. Throwing Toni in the ring. Kairi Sane back to her feet, getting back in the ring as well. Now the friends looking to do some work here. Kairi getting in that octopus stretch once again. Can Asuka get out? Yes, she does. Taking Kairi Sane off her feet, getting down to the leg. And then, wait a second. Hip attack. Nope. Kairi Sane managed to get out of the way somehow at the very last second. But Asuka's got her in the Asuka lock. This has got to be it. Is Kairi Sane going to tap out right now? Toni Storm back to her feet. Can she get there soon enough? Yes, she does. Just saving the match for herself and her own SmackDown Women's Championship. Asuka, the second time she has gone for the Asuka lock. Toni hitting Asuka in the face with her bum, as you do. And now going for that pinfall on Kairi Sane after the Asuka lock was on it. 1, 2. Nope, Kairi Sane. Too long left, too long after that Asuka lock for Toni Storm. And Kairi Sane just managing to kick out of that right now. Asuka out of the ring. For the first time in a while, Asuka has definitely been in control of this match. It's been all Asuka. Toni getting Kairi Sane up on her shoulders and a backpack into the knee of Toni Storm. Huge move onto Kairi Sane. Toni Storm going for the pinfall, but Asuka getting back in the ring and breaking up the pinfall, not allowing this to be over. Asuka and Toni Storm right now. Asuka driving a big knee into the face of Storm, and now suplex to Storm, going for the pinfall. 1. Kairi Sane then not back into her senses, breaking up the pinfall right now. Wait a second, what is she doing to Asuka here? Big bridging suplex there onto Asuka from Kairi Sane. Kairi throwing fists into the face of Asuka, but Asuka managing to reverse and get over the top of Kairi, hitting a big clothesline into the corner right now. This has been very impressive masking, I have to say. We haven't really seen this kind of fire from Asuka so far in Universe mode. Like, sure, she had a few big wins, but nothing particularly amazing for her. Nothing's really worked out for her, and this could be the showing that she needed to get further in this Universe mode, to get more opportunities, to prove that she deserves this. And who knows, she could be the SmackDown Women's Champion by the end of this match. It certainly would not surprise me, to be honest. Where saying Kairi is setting up for that elbow in the corner. And boom, that big elbow to Toni Storm down and in the corner. Kairi definitely in a position now, going for that pinfall. 1, 2. Toni Storm just kicking out of there. Asuka would have been a second late. Toni Storm kicking out on her own in that one. Asuka trying to get rid of Toni Storm, trying to throw her to the outside, but Toni hangs on to the ring ropes. Alabama slammer there from Kairi Sane to Asuka. Middle of the ring, getting her back to her feet, and then a big drop kick there to Asuka. What is Kairi looking for? She is going up top. She's got to be looking for it. Got to be looking for that huge elbow. No, she's not. Not going for it in the slightest. Went for a little jump and then fell over. But this time another Alabama slammer to Asuka. And Toni, wait a second. Toni's got a sleeper hold and got a sleeper in onto Kairi Sane. Is Kairi going to tap out right now? And managing to get out of it. Managing to get out of that front-facing sleeper from Toni Storm. Huge clothesline there to Kairi. Kairi now rolling out of the ring. Needed to take a second for herself. Back down to Toni Storm and Asuka. Middle of the ring. Toni finally being able to get some big offense onto Asuka. And for a bridging suplex, but again not going for that pinfall onto Asuka. Toni rolling to the outside, trying to go after Asuka, but Asuka herself was coming back in the ring. And now Toni taking her over the top. Very nice indeed. Toni finally getting some big offense in this match. Need some opportunities against Asuka. Just beating her up on the outside right now, and Kairi Sane back to her feet, but doing the smart thing, staying out of the action right now, giving herself a second to get herself back to her feet. And now catching Toni Storm and slamming down those punches into the face of Storm, catching her by surprise with that Lou Thesz press. Now throwing Toni into the corner. Toni leaning up against the barricade. Is Kairi Sane looking for a big move here? Slamming punches, just continuing to punch into the face of Toni Storm right now is Kairi Sane. This match was all Asuka's to begin with, but now this match is anybody's. This match really could be anybody's. The further we get on, all these women getting very exhausted the further this match goes on. And this could be anyone's match at this point. Just one big move is all it's going to take to put away one of these women. Toni throwing Asuka into the ropes, catching her with the head scissors into a takedown there. Wait a second, spear! Spear from Kairi Sane. Running into the ring, catching Toni Storm with the spear. And now throwing Toni to the outside, but Toni once again holding onto those ring ropes, not going too far from the ring. Kairi. Ooh, damaging the arm of Asuka. Because Asuka does need those arms. She needs those arms to lock in that Asuka lock. It's always going to be helpful to her to be able to get full grip and control. If there's damage to those arms, it's a lot easier for someone to try and attack those arms and get loose of the Asuka lock. Toni, though, back in the ring, going after Kairi Sane. Taking her off her feet, but Asuka now. Asuka ready for Toni Storm. Toni getting the reversal, though, and a big boot to Asuka, taking her off her feet. Is this going to be Toni time? Or is this going to be Asuka time? Toni going up to the top rope, not necessarily something you expect to see too much from her. Big leg drop there onto Asuka. And now going for the pinfall. 1, 2. Oh, Asuka just kicked out there. Just kicked out. Kairi Sane catching Asuka. German suplex to Asuka from Kairi Sane. But Toni Storm, wait a second. This is going to be it. Storm Zero. 1, 2. Oh my goodness, Kairi Sane just kicked out of the Storm Zero. But no, she's doing it again. Once again. A second Storm Zero to Kairi Sane. Asuka is out. Asuka is out. 1, 2, 3. Toni Storm still your SmackDown Women's Champion. Wow, that was definitely a close one in that one. Somehow Toni Storm managed to hold on. Just like I said, all this match needed was one big move. Everyone was so exhausted after that long, grueling match. And Asuka so close to getting the victory, but Toni Storm catching Kairi Sane. Not just one, but 2 Storm Zeros. Asuka out stone cold just next to her, within arm's reach of breaking up the pin, but she was out. She was not in the right place to be able to break up that pinfall, and Toni Storm still the SmackDown Women's Champion. But now we are here for the main event of part 1 of SummerSlam. Of course, if you've been enjoying this so far, make sure to subscribe, like, leave a comment on what match you're excited to see going forwards, or what your favourite match of this part of SummerSlam was. And make sure to tune in for the other part of SummerSlam coming up over this week. But the main event of part 1 of SummerSlam is for the United States Championship. AJ Styles, the former WWE Champion, going up against Aleister Black, and this match is all about who is better. Who is going to be able to take this knock off their record here on Monday Night Raw? I was going to say undefeated, but neither of these men are undefeated. They have both taken 1 loss each. They both had a lot of matches and they've only taken 1 loss. AJ took his loss to Sami Zayn, where he lost the WWE Championship to him. Of course, we'll see more of Sami Zayn later in SummerSlam. Wait a second, AJ. What is AJ thinking here? AJ looking to get a sneak attack on Aleister Black, it looks like. Aleister ready for it, catching him with a spinning knee to the face of Styles and dropping a double boots to the chest of AJ. That did not work out in the way that AJ wanted. But as I was saying, both these men, AJ has only taken his loss to Sami Zayn, and Aleister Black took his 1 loss here in Universe Mode to The Miz on SmackDown. But shortly after that, he was moved to Monday Night Raw. He was swapped with Johnny Gargano. And since then, Aleister Black has been undefeated on Monday Night Raw. He's got a ridiculous amount of wins, as does AJ Styles, and that is what this is all about. This is about proving who is the best on Monday Night Raw. Who really owns this house that is Monday Night Raw. Is it Aleister Black or is it AJ Styles? AJ issued this challenge, Aleister Black accepted, and AJ looked to prove his dominance, and he did prove his dominance on the way to this match. We had a beat the clock challenge, who could beat Mark Henry the quickest, and AJ Styles did manage to do it. He managed to do it within about 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, whereas Aleister Black took about 3.5 minutes to put down Mark Henry. But tonight that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who is going to last the longest, who is going to last the quickest. It does not matter. All that matters tonight is that United States Championship. Who will leave tonight holding the gold and proving that they are the superior competitor. And there you go. There's Aleister Black showing what makes him such a good competitor. Just sitting in the middle of the ring. The calm composure of Aleister Black. He is always ready for any opponent. And finally the bell rings. AJ Styles getting a reversal there on Aleister Black, catching him out of the suplex into a bit of a cutter there to take him down to the mat. AJ now working over the arm of Aleister Black. I'm sure AJ trying to take that little sneak attack onto Black didn't necessarily work all that well for him, but now they're back in the ring. AJ Styles is working over the arm of Aleister Black right now, trying to submit him with a bit of an armbar. Aleister Black getting out of it, now raining down punches onto the face of the former WWE champion. Big kick to the face there from Aleister Black. Of course, AJ probably shouldn't be working over the arm, he probably should be working over the leg of Aleister. That is where all of Aleister Black's offense comes from, is those huge, brutal kicks to the side of the face. That black mass kick, those spinning roundhouses, his knees, that style that he has. It's definitely very much based around his knees and his feet, and about kicking to AJ Styles, taking him down. So AJ probably making a bit of a mistake trying to take down the arm of Aleister Black early in this match, but whatever is the best for you. Aleister Black trying to go for the kick there, but AJ Styles getting to duck onto that roundhouse from Aleister Black, and now taking him down with a DDT on the outside. Aleister Black has been a very calm man on Monday Night Raw. He hasn't been running around challenging everyone like AJ Styles has. He hasn't been making a nuisance of himself. He has just been taking on whoever comes. Whoever is ready for Aleister Black, he takes them on. And they all end with a black mass to the face, and 1, 2, 3, and well, it's worked very well for Aleister Black so far, but AJ Styles calling him out, calling this match, making this match happen. Wait a second, is AJ Styles going to count? So we go to 9 count. Aleister Black right there. AJ Styles just back in the ring out of 10 count though, just back in time. That would not have been how AJ would have wanted this match to end. I don't think Aleister would have wanted this match to end that way either. Huge series of back fists and knees and kicks to the face there onto AJ Styles. And AJ now begging Aleister Black to stop this assault onto him. He wants a second. He wants a second to just get himself back. This is not how AJ Styles wanted this to go down. Huge moonsault there from Aleister Black. And things are not looking good for the former WWE champion AJ Styles. But only a 1 count there for Aleister Black. AJ still in this. And you cannot look past AJ Styles. You definitely cannot. He won the tournament to become the inaugural WWE champion here on Monday Night Raw. He managed to defend that championship gold against Randy Orton, managing to hold on to it. And oh, phenomenal forearm, my goodness. Is that it? Is that it for Aleister Black? No, he's calling for a second one. Oh my goodness, this is going to be it. This is going to be it. Aleister Black is going to lose here to AJ Styles. A second phenomenal forearm from AJ Styles. That has got to be it. But AJ, why is he not going for the pin? AJ had that one. Why did he not go for the pin over Aleister Black right now? He wants to do more damage to Black for some reason, but Black managing to reverse, getting that knee and now kick to the side of the head. Why on earth did AJ not take that pinfall victory there? 2 phenomenal forms. You got to think that is a very... You got to think that's probably it. 1, 2. AJ Styles kicking out of that huge kick to the side of the head from Aleister Black. But I can't believe that AJ didn't go for the pin. I'm still shocked by it. I don't understand why he wouldn't do that. It may not have been the victory for him, but 2 phenomenal forearms, that should have been... That's something you go for a pin for, AJ. Come on. Aleister Black throwing AJ between the ropes. AJ, though, taking a small bump to not get hit by the big move that Aleister was looking for. Aleister still managed to grab and taking him down, and is now going to the outside to go and take it to AJ Styles. Aleister Black trying to go for a big suplex there, but AJ getting the elbows up, hitting Aleister Black in the side of the head to prevent him from being able to get any further. And now AJ with a big series of forearms and taking Aleister Black down with a big forearm there at the end. Now by Aleister throwing AJ. I thought he was going to throw him in the ring, but instead throwing him into the apron, not getting him back inside. Aleister wanting to get back inside the ring right now. Aleister pointing down at AJ, telling him to get back in this ring right now. Aleister taking a second on the outside. Again, telling AJ it's done for him. It's all over for AJ Styles. Aleister Black, oh, he's trying to hit that big running boot to the face of AJ, but AJ managed to get out of the way. But Aleister Black instead pulling him over to the ground, taking him down and walking over the neck of AJ Styles. Aleister, wait a second, what is he thinking here? Taking off the top of the announce table. Is he thinking what I think he's thinking of putting AJ Styles through that table? Wait a second. AJ Styles, they're getting the reversal, seeing what's coming, not wanting to go through that table to AJ Styles. That would not be a good position for him to be in. Aleister Black knee to the gut of AJ Styles, preventing him going for whatever he was looking to go for there. And wait a second, he caught it. Oh, that was almost it. That was almost it, the Black Mass. But AJ Styles managing to catch it out of mid-air, preventing it from happening. Aleister Black going for the roll-up. 1, 2. Oh, only a 2 count there. Very close indeed. AJ Styles catching the Black Mass, catching it out of mid-air like that. So impressive. Aleister Black taking AJ back to the outside. Obviously not physically, but tempting him to the outside by going to the outside himself. This is a very close match between these two, surprisingly close. With how it was going earlier, AJ was really getting beaten up a lot by Aleister Black, but things have been transitioning back. AJ, I still don't know why he didn't go for that pinfall earlier in the match. It seems like a complete silly thing for him not to have done, but hey ho, it's just the way it's worked out for AJ. He thought he could potentially hit that Styles Clash, I guess that's what he was looking for. Didn't think that the former forearms were enough to put away Aleister Black. Wait a second, Aleister taking AJ Styles over to that announce table. What is he thinking of doing here? Wait a second. Aleister Black putting AJ on top of that announce table. What is he thinking right now? Aleister Black. He's going up to that top rope. Oh my goodness, a big, huge moonsault to AJ Styles through the announce table. Oh my goodness. Aleister Black bringing out all the stops in this match to take down AJ Styles. He does not want to lose the United States Championship. He does not want to lose it. Putting out all the stocks in this one. But AJ Styles still fighting back. He will not give up either. My goodness. Up to a 7 count here. AJ Styles and Aleister Black on the outside still. Are they going to get count? Are we going to get a double count out right now? Aleister Black back in the ring. Can AJ get back in as well? Up to a 9 count. Yes, he does. Back in the ring. Cutter from Aleister Black, catching him out of nowhere. Going for the pinfall. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. AJ Styles kicking out still in this. My goodness, what a match this has been between these two. Very evenly. I'm at a loss for words after what's been going on in this one. Another cutter from Black. My goodness. Now Black calling Aleister back to his feet. And Black calling Aleister, Black calling AJ back to his feet. And the huge knee to the face. Oh! Brutal. Absolutely brutal from Black, and he's calling him to his feet. You know what this means. There's only one thing left. Black Mass. AJ's got to be out. He's got to be out cold right now, but Aleister Black not going for that pinfall. He is not going for that pinfall. Very interesting to see. Just like AJ didn't go for that pinfall earlier, maybe. I don't know, maybe it's something to do with respect between these two, but Aleister Black not going for the pinfall after the Black Mass. But a second Black Mass to the face of AJ Styles right there. 1, 2, 3, that is it. Aleister Black proving who is the better man here tonight between himself and AJ Styles, and that was an unbelievable match between the two of them. My goodness, that huge moonsault through the announce table. AJ with his phenomenal forearms. Aleister Black going for the Black Mass. AJ catching the Black Mass out of thin air. That running knee to the face, knocking AJ out cold. My goodness indeed, but Aleister Black, still your United States champion. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, leave a comment on what your favourite match was, and be back because we will have part 2 of SummerSlam coming up in the next few days. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.